Joining us now, Robert St. John, restaurateur, chef, SuperTalk Mississippi columnist, and quite the author, by the way. I wanted to let you know, Robert, how much I enjoyed your article. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Gerard, how you, buddy? Good to see
I'm doing
you
great. I wanted to also tell you that I have enjoyed myself a few times at Highball Lanes. What a great job you did there. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, that was a fun project to be associated with. And then, we've just opened Enzo, the Italian restaurant in Ridgeland.
Yeah.
And so I'm actually headed up there today, going to work there tonight and tomorrow. That's been a fun project.
Yeah, and so just so you know, I live a stone's throw away from that, a couple of miles, and have enjoyed that as well. I think it's my adult kids have said that's their favorite of the Italian restaurants in the area. So great job there.
Obviously, awesome. Young adult kids with good taste.
So. Absolutely. But I think I shared with you in the past my history with bowling. Worked at Laurel Lanes when I was in middle school and in high school, and you told me that you harvested some of the wood planks from the lanes and incorporated that into some of the decor in Highball Lanes, which is really cool. Isn't that right?
Yeah. That was a fun thing. It was about a 4-year project, designing and working with the architects, Wearburner Allen, who did a great job on that, and the partners up there. And then we got that open, and I actually sold my stock in the bowling alley back in, I guess, December it was. But I'm still a huge fan of what they do and fully support what's going on in Fondren, and loved. I'll always look back on that as being one of the more unique of all the restaurant openings I've had over the years, about 24 or 25, I guess, in the last 40 years. That was a very fun thing to be a part of, and they continue to do a great job down there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's an important part of that community, and we appreciate your vision and your investment there. So good job. All right, so July 4th, what are we cooking on July 4th, Chef?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I wanted to actually do it on July 4th, but my wife invited everybody to the lake Sunday, so we're a few days ahead, and we've got about 30 people out there, and I wish I could tell you I was doing some kind of gourmet deal, but actually I'm going all American with burgers and hot dogs and barbecue ribs.
Okay.
So, I'll be cooking. I've held out on the Blackstone grill thing for a long time. Everybody's gotten those, and I've been like, well, I don't know if I want to. I don't want, and I'm still not sure I'll cook steaks on a flat top. I just use a Weber grill when I grill steaks out. But I got that thing because when we have a lot of people out there, and you're doing burgers or dogs, or you're doing breakfast with pancakes and sausage and eggs, so. This will be the first time I've cooked on it. I got one of those 36-inch Blackstone. I seasoned it yesterday. So I was out there in 100-degree heat with a 500-degree big surface, and it was crazy.
Man.
But yeah, so I'll be cooking burgers and dogs and ribs and just doing the real 4th of July American thing. And we'll have all the typical, condiments and side orders with that.
Man, that's neat.
Actually,
That is.
I'm cheating a little bit, and I'll be honest with you, because, I'm getting the burgers and the buns and the hot dogs and buns from Ed's Burger Joint here.
Yeah.
So I'm getting those in advance, and I'll cook them myself. But instead of going to the grocery store, I'm just pilfering out of one of my restaurants. And actually,
I got you.
Shouldn't admit this on the air because my friends who are true barbecue aficionados will scoff at this, and I understand, and I will take all the scoff they want to throw my way. But we have an Alto Sham in the kitchen at Crescent City Grill, and for those that don't know, an Alto Sham is a slow cook oven that has the heating element on all 6 sides.
Right.
And we have a regular one that we cook prime rib in, and then we have a smaller Ultra Sham that's a smoker as well. So you put chips in there, and I'm putting some baby back ribs in, and we're going to smoke them in the Alto-Shaam, which is totally, I know, save the emails, save the comments. I know that is not legit barbecuing. And I write about it all the time. I'm all about not using any artificial fuel and doing the real deal with pecan wood or hickory or whatever you want to do. But I'm making it as easy as I can on myself because I know it's going to be about 100 degrees out there and I got to feed 30 people. So cooking the ribs in advance at the restaurant and bringing them out and just heating them up.
Wow. So you're making me hungry now, by the way, Chef, talking about all that stuff. So so your article that you published, it was published at SuperTalk Mississippi. Man, it was awesome. I so enjoyed reading your story and your perspective. Have you ever put that down in writing quite like that before, Robert?
No. I've written that column for I'm almost in my 25th year. I've done it every week. I've never missed a week for almost 25 years. About 1,000 words a week. I was tickled to death last fall, I think it was, or maybe earlier this year when SuperTalk asked to start running that column. And so I'm tickled to death to be on, this statewide, because newspapers have kind of gone the way. I'm still in maybe 20 some odd newspapers every week, but it's not like it was, 10, 15 years ago. So I'm really grateful to the folks at SuperTalk, and I'm honored to be in there. But yeah, I write about Mississippi a lot and about being proud to be from Mississippi. And I've written years ago, I wrote a piece called My South that ended up becoming one of these viral emails before we even knew what a viral email was. And it was based on the premise. I was actually in Aspen at a food event, and we were seated at a table at a dinner that night with some couples from Las Vegas. And the lady asked me, what kind of, I said, well, I'm in the restaurant business. And she said, what kind of restaurant? And at the time, it was Purple Parrot Fine Dining. I said, it's a fine dining restaurant. And she kind of scoffed and said, Mississippi doesn't have fine dining restaurants. And it kind of upset me. And I was about to, because I carry around this whole list of, let me tell you about Elvis Presley. Let me tell you about William Faulkner and Eudora Welty and Morgan Freeman. Reel off all the things we've done and the people who've come from here. And then I stopped myself because I was like, why am I going to try and convince this woman? Why do I need to win her over? She may move down here. We don't want her. She can stay in Las Vegas, the land that invented the 99-cent breakfast buffet, and she can stay there, and we're better off. And so I wrote this piece based on that because our image in Mississippi, even today, is still, a lot of people think we're either the barefooted kid walking down a dirt road,
that's right,
somewhere, or we're Big Daddy on the front porch in a seersucker suit drinking a mint julep. And we're not stereotypical Mississippian. That's like saying everybody in California is a surfer, everybody in Texas is a cowboy or something. It's just, that's not what we are. The Mississippi of movies and TV is not the Mississippi we know that you and I live in. And so I take exception with that a lot.
Yeah.
And that, people talk about Texans being proud to be from Texas. And, I'm that times 10, really. I love being from this state. I love this state. I could live in a lot of other places, but, I choose to live here. It's like Morgan Freeman said, and it said in that column, somebody asked him, you can live anywhere in the world. Why do you live in Mississippi? And he replied, I live in Mississippi because I could live anywhere in the world. And then he followed it up later with, I'd live here for the food alone. So good enough for Morgan Freeman, I'll take that.
And you do a great job of pointing out that Mississippi is comprised of many small towns, and you enjoy the small town life, and it's an advantage, honestly, for our state, because even in our sort of small towns, we have lots of great amenities and attractions that you typically wouldn't find in small towns, which makes them a good place to live. Hattiesburg is an example.
Real. Yeah. I'm into real things that are real and not fake and not false, and people who are genuine. And that's what you get in small town communities. You get a sense of community, you get a sense of place, and you can live in big urban areas outside of the South and you are in a place, but I'm not sure you have sense of
Yeah,
place. Certainly don't think there's as strong a sense of community.
I agree.
And
Robert,
that's
it's
what we
always a pleasure. Yeah, I agree with you. It's always great to talk to you, man, and congratulations on all your success, and thank you for investing in and believing in Mississippi and being a great Mississippian. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon. You have a great July 4th. Take care, my friend.
Happy 4th, bud.